Greetings, humans. I'm Andy, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses. The ominous clouds harkening the incoming stormy package. Black metal. What do you mean black metal? Something tells me that if there's gonna be a more black metal-y song on the album, it's gonna be this one. That sounds plausible. Especially given that the intro to Storm is ominous clouds, which are also pretty black metal. So, I'm very, 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 very curious. Package. Ominous package. Stormy package. Ominous stormy package. I win. Now. Keep pulling a Beautiful Death outro. It sounds like the outro to Beautiful Death, but like less sad. And with clinky things. It's coming! Bro, stop shredding! The staccato is insane. Nice! It's raining. It is raining, yes. Wow! Swing. Swing. Bro. Okay, so that clearly flows into Silver Leaves there, because that didn't sound like it ends. You know, I started referring to us as weebs when we started reacting to Japanese music. Yari Japanese is better than the Japanese know how to Japanese. Yeah, he's the ultimate weeb. Yes. Plot twist. Eternal Darkness was a teaser. A teaser to this? Yeah. I would not be surprised. That was so good. That was so dark. That was so immersive. That was so evil. And I'm as wet as if I had been in the storm. It's just the water came from the inside. I thought you meant wet in a different way. No, not that kind of wet. I'm wet that way way as well. Although I have had orgasms since we started reacting to this album. It's my favorite one. It is? Yes. Why? Okay, so first of all, you don't need anyone to explain you if you've been on this channel for more than 2 seconds to know that I'm a dark fucking motherfucker. And this is clearly the darkest one. The sound design is off the charts.
Yes.
With the thunders and the rain and everything. He wants you to know what he means.
Yeah.
Without telling it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I feel like there's an overflow of artists who are like, music is interpretable, we want people to make their own idea. He's like, no, thunders!
yeah.
You can give thunders whatever meaning you want, but thunders!
Yeah. Dude, so you have the ominous clouds, you have that solo.
Yes.
That's like, you know what it sounds like? It sounds like you can see leaves falling off trees and cats running to hide under cars. While the clouds are approaching, like you can see the storm coming and all that unease stirring.
Yeah, but go on.
And then it starts to rain, and that's when the song kicks off, and you get the rain, and you get the thunder, but it's like it's not there yet. It's like it's raining.
Yeah.
But you can stay in it.
Yeah.
And then the maelstrom starts.
Yeah.
And it's like a force of destruction or something.
We've been like up in the mountains hiking and stuff like that a few times, and sometimes you just like see a cloud and you can like see it come closer and you can see the curtain of water and you're like, oh shit. And then it gets there.
Yeah, I can tell you this exact feeling I had once I was at the edge of a cliff, right? Like it was like this. This was the shape of the mountain and I was there. And I could see clouds pretty much at my height or just above higher because it was really high up. And I could see the rain falling off them. And it's like, it gets windy and it gets stormy and you start feeling the raindrops on you. But it's not there yet.
Yeah.
And you see it coming.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh fuck, we're going to the car.
Yeah.
And then when it comes, it's like this downpour comes, like this deluge.
Yeah, and I think Beautiful Death is the only other song he's ever written where he gets this feeling where the music actually kind of presses down on you, right?
No, I think he got that in Eternal Darkness as well. That's why like when that blast beat comes in Eternal Darkness, it's like it whacks you over the face.
Yeah. It's like when you get one of the, like, whipping rain. That's how it feels like when there's like rain and it's heavy as it is, but then there's like surges to it, right?
Yeah.
All those explosions coming through it are expressed so well.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you noticed this, but the riff is basically a combination of just galloping on one note like a drill, and then runs.
Yeah.
And the runs have this feeling of like a swirl, so it's like you got this really straight heavy rain, and then the wind comes and you get those swirls and like whirlwinds of stuff happening.
Yeah. Stuff happened.
Yeah. So, my god, it's so well expressed. I feel like the melodic lines on guitars and on synth, both in the solo and mid-riff, have kind of this Vivaldi Rain sort of aesthetic, or like Flight of the Bumblebee. Whichever one you're going for, it's like there's this force of nature that engulfs you.
Yes.
Like it's not something you're listening to you, it's something that happens to you.
Yes.
And you may or may not survive. We will not be as we were.
Yes. Wintersun is something that happens to you, and you will never be the same, like he says at the end of time.
Right, yeah. Right.
I have ideas too, because you mentioned the Flight of the Bumblebee. I felt like the original Flight of the Bumblebee is a bit like a happy bumblebee, jollyfully bumblebeing about. And bumbling about like I just did. This is like a panic bumble because it's starting to rain. The intro, the solo on Ominous Clouds.
B-movie! Don't fly in the rain!
Yes, don't fly into the rain. It's so suggestive like that. And it's like, he's doing that very shreddy solo, and he's got the weeby melodies through it, but it's so articulate.
Yeah.
And it's played on clean guitar. And I remember when they did, in 2017, their audition for second guitarist, because Yari did only vocals live after that they wanted riffs and very technical solos played on clean.
Yeah.
Specifically because you have to play incredibly precisely and accurately for mistakes to not be visible when you play on clean guitar.
Yeah.
So the precision through that intro just fucked with my head in a completely different way. And then you have like the whole first part that's all blasting and stuff, and you have like those wailing cleans to it. I felt like the chorus to this one is kind of like the chorus to Beautiful Death, but
I didn't pinpoint the chorus.
I did. It's kind of like the chorus to Beautiful Death, but with clean vocals instead of harsh. And then you have the little break, and then you have the second part where he does a more like melodic solo, and I thought, maybe Yari has the capacity to write a shredless solo.
He didn't.
I was wrong.
Okay, but I'm really caught up in the imagery of it, and I'm not sure how it goes there, because how it goes for me is kind of like you have this, when it's heavy rain that you get a bit of a break every now and then?
Yes.
And then it comes again?
Yes.
But when it comes again, it's like, it's no longer this maelstrom.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like just a crushing weight.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure how to interpret it. You can even interpret it as more than just storm, like it's a force of nature at that point, like there's a destructive force like an earthquake or something like that.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's got this, if you're thinking of eternal darkness as a storm in this more like primitive way, this feels more like a cosmic force.
Yeah.
Like it's really out there in the sky, in the universe. It's just, everything is changing.
Mm-hmm.
You get caught in the churn.
You get caught in the churn?
Yeah.
The churn.
Yeah, the churn.
The churn. When the rules of the game change.
What game?
The only game. Survival.
The churn is when the rules change.
Watch The Expanse.
Yeah. Right. And then at the end, on the outro, it's like he just leaves the sound design for a while and the thunders flow away, and then the gay weather comes.
Gay weather?
Yes.
I get your point. Oh god, I wish I didn't get that. Yeah, that does feel a bit like the gay symbol, because apparently it doesn't belong to nature anymore. Now it's about people's crotches. Like kind of starting to fade through the clouds and like some rays of sunlight starting to peer through. So he really created a very accurate depiction of what a storm would be like in nature, but I'm willing to bet that if we look at the lyrics, it's very much an internal storm.
Could be.
Because that second part where the solo that might have been shredless but turned out not to be happened, that almost felt like somebody kind of setting straight in the rain and looking up at the skies that are unyielding with the rain and kind of coming to terms that this is fate now. This is your new life. Like,
Yeah.
a storm runs you over and then it just doesn't go away, and you make peace with it. And after that, you might find the power to move on, and then some glimmer of light shows up at the end.
Well, I felt this a lot about Wintersun lyrics. I definitely felt it in the first album, and I also definitely felt it in the Forest Seasons, and through time it felt a bit incomplete. But I always feel like all the imagery that he uses is symbolic.
Yeah.
And the symbolism is never clear. But I think it works on a sub-logical level. Like, it's not something to process mentally.
Yes.
It's more like just a process that you intuitively get.
Yes.
And although the imagery by which it's portrayed is different, the groundwork it's there, it's intuitive, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's basically a process of storm and burning and changing internally and coming into something new. And of that happening somewhat involuntarily.
Wow. We've been talking for far too long. Yeah, how long is this bloody video?
We're sorry!
Are we done here?
No. So if you enjoyed this reaction, we'd greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your storm, and and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Also, the first solo had polyrhythms.
It did.